doing a bit of housekeeping in this outdoor tomato bed. These are the Crimson Crushers, you know. And there's one thing I want to just show you here. I'm growing these as cordons, which is up a straight stem, one single stem. And the branches actually come off that main stem. But I'll just bring it down and show you. When growing tomatoes in the cordon method, it's important to take out the side shoots, or even more so, Crimson Crush, they develop the side shoots rapidly, and if you leave them on too long, they can quickly become as thick as the stem. This one there is just ready to come out now. The last few days, and probably the next few weeks, the allotments took a bit of a back seat. I've started work on the back garden, trying to tidy that up and doing a few things in there. So I've just come round mainly to check things need watering and stuff like that. One thing I've noticed now is that the garlic here is ready for lifting. These overwinter onions, these are Shakespeare, been a little bit disappointing. I've got something out of them, but there's quite a few rotted it off as well. So first job I'll be doing the garlic. The elephant garlic up there has already got the scapes up. I'll be harvesting those and probably lifting them as well. We have got some wet weather forecast to come in, so I thought now would be an ideal time to get these lifted and have a look what we've got. So this is my crop of 2021 garlic has been lifted. The variety is Marco, and to say I'm happy is a little bit of an understatement. It's probably the best crop of garlic I've grown. Should have lifted them probably 2 or 3 weeks ago, but nevertheless I'm still happy with those. For the next week or two I'm going to be hanging the garlic in the allotment garden shed. Now the ground this is freed up. This is where the leeks are going to go. The only problem is I've been pestered by the dreaded Marestail around this area, along here and spotted around the beds. Now normally I would spray this with the glyphosate because that's the only thing I found will actually get rid of it for a year or two. But because I'm going to use the bed, I'm not going to do that. I've pulled it out as clean as I can at the moment, but you never get rid of all the roots. So maybe that'll be something I do at the end of the season. If you're not sure what mare's tail is, this is what it looks like. It looks like a very fine Christmas tree. This can grow at a rapid rate. If you look at the root there, it's a very tiny, dark, and it goes down, down, down really deep. No matter how much you dig down there, you'll keep getting at the root, give it a pull and it'll always snap off. The only way, as I said before, to get rid of this for me is to use a strong glyphosate, but because I'm using this bed next for the leeks, that's going to have to wait a bit. The final job to tidy up this half of the bed is to be lifting these onions. I mentioned before, this is a variety called Shakespeare that I've overwintered, and in all honesty I don't think I'll be growing them again. As you can see, there's a gap in the middle where a few of them have failed, and for the matter of gaining 4, maybe 5 weeks, I don't think it's worth the hassle for me. I could be using the bed doing other things. So I'll just lift these and I'll show you what we've got at the end. This is the best of the onions that I've lifted. And as I said before, a bit disappointed considering how long they're in the ground. Maybe I'm expecting a bit too much. I've left the fork on the top there just to give you an idea of scale. If you do grow overwinter onions yourself, leave a comment below. Let me know what you think and also what varieties you grow as well. It's just started raining, so I'll just pop that cover on there to keep them dry, and I'll sort something out a bit more permanent later. I'm just harvesting the garlic, the elephant garlic. The first job is to remove these flower spikes, as they're called, scapes. Now normally I'll take these off a bit earlier because I believe producing the flower distracts the energy from going into the bulb. However, I'm a bit late, but these won't be going to waste. Because elephant garlic's a hard neck, they'll naturally throw a flower spike right up the middle. Now I tend to cut the spikes off as long as possible and chop these off, and these are just like lovely spring onions. The flowers, of course, can be used to make pestos or in stir fries, stuff like that. I find lifting garlic both a nervous time and exciting. It's underground, we don't know what's lurking there until we lift it. In this case, it's not too bad. So that's the crop of elephant garlic for this year. Not bad, nice and clean. The bulbs I've had bigger, but these was late, about 4 weeks later than usual going in. And I've harvested them now because I want the ground. First of all, I need to replenish the boards, you remember the rotting, so they're going to be done. And once that's completed, I've got some winter brassicas ready to go in. These are the Swedes that are sown and potted on. And can you believe these are exactly the same plants, potted on, same seed, compost. Unbelievable. I'm going to plant these out into this bed here, and possibly I may even sow another row of seed direct. I'll put them fairly close together, then hopefully if they do germinate I'll continue them out then. Put 2 rows in, there's 15 plants in total. In the end I decided not to bother sowing a row of seeds. 15 should be enough if they survive. And more importantly, I'm going to pop these back in the cold frame, let them mature and see what specimens they turn into. I've just fetched this tray out of the cold frame. So plug plants of my favourite beetroot, bolt hardy. I'm going to be doing 3 or 4 rows of those right next to the Swedes that I've just planted out. The bolt hardy beetroot settled in quite nicely. Give it a little sprinkle with water and it's perked up. So I'm looking forward to seeing the crop off that. I've also filled this gap here with beetroot. These are actually plugs that I had from DT Brown, and there's 2 varieties here. There's one called Pablo, which are the ones at the back, and the ones here at 2 rows at the front are ones called Chugger. The reason I did that, I tend to grow bolt hardy all the time, and I thought a bit of a change, and rather having to wait for sowing and germinating again, I thought I'd get some plugs straight in and fill the gap. As usual, just finished watering. We had a rain shower. Well, it was more of a downpour really soaked the ground, and the plants have benefited from it, so I'm not complaining. What that's done also is soften the ground up down there, which will give me a chance now, once it stops raining, to get the leeks in. But that'll be in the next video. So until then, many thanks for watching. Stay safe all. See you.